Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. How great was it to have Mr. 95 Cents back on the YouTube airwaves over the weekend? Daryl, you sounded and looked great, and it was great to have him telling his card shop stories about his procedures and just everything else. So we're glad to have you back. Now, you get me for one more day here because of that weak snow day we had during the school year. The year gets extended by one more day. We have to come back after Memorial Day, and probably one of my favorite parts, well, a couple favorite parts of Memorial Day, just seeing that huge flag pretty much stretched across from Wrigley Field, from foul pole to foul pole, honoring those brave men and women. Started my 2 for 22 with Hammy and Son. And Hammy was on the chat with veterans yesterday. I hung for a little bit, buddy, but like once it gets to be like 8 o'clock, my eyelids get a little bit tired, so I did fall asleep. I do apologize, but you know, whenever Hammy's talking, it's just always very inspiring. So job well done yesterday, buddy. Job well done. All right, class is in session for the final time this school year. What day is it today? All right, today is Tuesday, May 27th, lesson 176, and today goes out to everyone out there that watches, comments on my videos. I enjoy it. I enjoy the relationships a lot of us have built up, just the back and forth as well. And that's what it's all about. That's what sports and sports cards is all about. I mean, when the Cubs lost to the Mets not all that long ago, John MP, Pastor Ken, they were right there ready to give it to me. And to me, that's fun. That's a lot of fun. So thank you to everyone out there. And you know what? When I make fun of the White Sox or the Cowboys, the list could go on and on. I don't mean any harm, that's for sure. Now, in 1949, the Cleveland Indians began 12-17. Not a terrible start. I mean, I don't think the Rockies even have double-digit wins yet. But Bill Veeck, who was really a pioneer in a lot of ways. If there's a Bill Veeck book at your library, go ahead and read it. But he arranged for a second opening day to help the team maybe start over a little bit. Now, we got some big time birthdays coming up, and some of my favorite channels are associated with them. In 1968, the Big Hurt Frank Thomas was born. Shout out to Zach and Porter, one of my favorite channels as well. And in 1968 as well, Jeff Bagwell was born. Shout out to Barry. He was opening some old Fleer yesterday, and by golly, not Barry, but Bart was opening. Barry was commenting, but Bart, he was opening some hits in that Fleer box. So shout out to Bart as well, who's a Cubs fan, but also Barry, who is a big Jeff Bagwell and Houston Astros fan. And finally, in 1972, Antonio Freeman was born, and big shout out to Hammy and Son and all the Green Bay Packer fans across this great land. Let's open some cards. All right, so I took a quick little bite here. Shelly made this lemon chicken rice type thing, which she was not happy with yesterday. And I feel like, I don't want to say that wasn't her best, but the flavors had not gelled together yet. Second day, this is phenomenal right here. She was not happy with it yesterday. I said that I liked it. I ate it all. I even took a little bit extra. That's what you do, folks. For those of you getting married out there, maybe, whatever your wife cooks, you better eat it. But I'll tell you what, these flavors have just come together. It's outstanding. So I'm going to rip these cards here really quick and then finish my lunch. But shout out to Shelly. I'm not sure if I did this on Friday or not, but J plus K Retro Gaming, he was the closest. So Jay, I'll be making a little package for you and sending that out. And I don't think I sent one just when the Canadian Post opened up again that he has not received. I did send him one after that he did receive. So there's one just floating out there. So Jay, hopefully both of those packages will make it to you safely. All right, game day football. I'm within 40 of the set. I may go live later on this afternoon. I'm not sure. One of my students gave me a box of WNBA cards and a fat pack from Topps. So I may go and open those. Jeff Wright, maybe update you where I'm at with this set. Dan McGuire, Ricky Watters, University of Notre Dame, Larry Brown. Oh, we're getting there a little too early, Larry Brown. Man, those Cowboys and their penalties. Justin's probably going to say, well, he broke up the pass. He did have it and made him fumble it. But, you know, it's all was it the eye of the holder? Last day of school, folks. We're just trying to, you know, we're doing everything today. It's a fun day. It is a bittersweet day. You know, when you spend, I'll say a year, even though it's, you know, not the summertime, but when you spend this much time with people, it is sad that they are moving on. Lawrence Taylor, all right. We love that horizontal card. LT was a beast. Joe Montana. Reggie, oh man, okay, so here is my Reggie White story. I almost forgot about this until I saw that card. So, as you know, Brett Favre was quite the prankster, and this should be a Michael Strahan rookie card, I do believe. Yeah, that's his rookie card right there, Michael Strahan. Brett was quite the Desmond Howard. All right, so Brett was quite the prankster, and he was going through the locker room with almost like 5-gallon buckets of water. And I believe it was Freeman, Chamura, and Frankie Winters. And Leroy Butler was sitting in the clubhouse, kind of just minding his own business. He says, ooh, who you guys gonna get? And they said, Big Dog. And Leroy's like, no, not Big Dog. Guys, yep, Big Dog's in there using the restroom, and we're gonna get Big Dog. And think back to who Big Dog was. Of course, it was Reggie White. And that was one of the things, like they say, no one ever used the throne at the practice facilities. But Reggie was there, so Brett and the guys, they got their 5-gallon bucket. They dumped it right onto Reggie White over the stall, and Reggie just put out this yell. Everyone went running. Now, Leroy Butler, who is more of a bystander, he went running as well, but one of his 36 flip-flops came off and was there at the scene of the crime. So Reggie went following these guys into, I think, like the coach's room or the meeting places, holding this 36 slipper, and Reggie was mad. And Leroy's like, I don't know. I am missing one of my things, but I had nothing to do with this. And Leroy said that, well, how come he was never, you know, a guy that they dumped water on? He was like, I always went to the coach's bathroom where it was a one-person stall only, so that was the trick. Yeah, I don't think he wanted to mess with Reggie White. Sean Salisbury got it going on right there. So that's one of my favorite stories. Leroy Butler probably tells it better than I do. Had a Barry Foster autograph earlier in the year. Shout out to Lively and Zach's Collections. Steve Bernline, University of Notre Dame. I mean, I would love to, this show, just kind of mention all the people this year that, or all the time that means so much to me, but I would guarantee to leave people out. But this community is great. I look forward to doing this every day. Vince Pookie Workman, he was on the Packers for a while. Their high draft pick. Had a couple good years, but kind of sputtered out there a little bit. So hopefully I can cross off maybe 4 or 5 more cards on my checklist. All right. Product of the year. I believe this fall we should get the newest edition. Miguel Amaya, who's actually injured right now. And then McGuire, I'm blanking on. Reese McGuire came up on Sunday and hit 2 home runs. Or was that Saturday? All the days are kind of blending together at this point. Jackie Robinson. Mentioned Zach and Porter earlier today. Adrian Beltre. All right, one more pack to go. I was talking with Anthony over the weekend with my Franken sets of these. So what I'm doing is I'm putting any parallel in there. But my end goal is to have all numbered cards for the entire set. It's a huge checklist, so just kind of work at it a little bit at a time. I'll be checking this checklist here once we get done to see if I can add any of those to my binder. All right, it's downtown time, folks. So I will be back at you for sure this Friday. Do a downtown hunt. We'll see. Maybe we'll open up some other stuff as well. But the goal for this year is to do one regular video a week. Raheem Mostert, Keon Coleman, and then maybe do a short or something like that with my home run challenge. I'm going with the Judge again this week, back-to-back weeks. It is only a ×1 is a base card of the Judge. All right, got Jaden Daniels on the back there, folks. Come on, get in focus here. Byron Young. I've gotten so many doubles in this box here. It's kind of crazy. I'm out of stands here somewhere, so I'm not going to take any of those guys down. They're all Hall of Famers. Got Mark Grace, probably my favorite card this year from J+K Retro Gaming. Josh Palmer, Christian Wilkins, Curtis Samuels. All right. Dotson, Snead, Schultz. All right, man, getting down to the end here. We'd love to end the year on a downtown for everybody. It's the least I could do. Max Crosby. Got Drake May, rookie recruits. All right, last chance, folks. Last chance of the school year. If I do go live a little later on today, this will probably all be gone. My students, they love having the set, the background, so it's time to start putting stuff away. Got Romeo Dobbs on the back there. Puka Nacua, David Montgomery. How much longer will he be a Green Bay Packer? So again, thank you to everyone that has come every single video, sometimes once a week, once a month, whatever it is. I appreciate everyone. Class is dismissed.